to episode 2 of Jade and Amanda's Diary pod.
Welcome.
Yay!
We've actually made it for a second time running.
I know, I'm
It's
so
crazy.
happy. Like, where's this last couple of weeks gone so fast?
I know.
As well.
I know. But like we said, we are going to get into some form of rhythm, aren't we? So
Yes.
you will know our podcast is going to be probably a Friday, we decided,
Yeah,
didn't we?
we decided Friday would be
On
good.
a Friday. Maybe every other week, do you think?
Yeah, I
Probably
think
every
that's
other week
reasonable.
because the week in between, that's when we're going to be going out around and about the Cotswolds and
Yeah.
giving you more more entertainment that way. Footage.
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Content.
Content,
footage,
that's it,
yeah.
content. Brain fog.
Brain fog in this heat has just been
Yeah.
something else, hasn't it?
It's not so bad today though,
No,
is it?
it's a lot nicer today.
I mean, the first one we did, we were literally sweating. Oh,
I
think it
remember
was.
coming here and you were like, I've not got a top on yet.
Yeah, I think it was still something like 32 degrees on it at like
Yeah.
10:30 at night. Crazy, isn't it?
But you
Crazy.
think, like, that's been a month and we've not really had any rain.
No, we haven't. We're desperate for it. Actually, I wouldn't mind if it started peeing down tomorrow, to be
I'm
honest.
quite happy with a bit of rain.
Yeah.
No, I think we need it. The wildlife needs it. The
Yeah.
gardens need it. But yeah,
It's
so
like being on holiday, but obviously you've got to work.
so a crap version of holiday, isn't it? Like we
Yeah,
said,
really
you're in a
shit version.
3-star holiday on a
Yeah.
3-star hotel. There's
Yeah.
no pool because someone's pooed in the pool,
There's a floater in the pool.
and there's no aircon.
That was my potty mouth that put that. I think Jay put the nice version,
And number 2
and I was
in
just
the
like,
pool.
I was just like, no, let's say it like it is. It's a floater.
But that's what it feels like, because you can't go out and enjoy it, can you?
No.
Because you're working or you're doing school runs or
Yeah.
there's no AC. Like,
Yeah.
how are we in 2026 with like no AC? Like, I know, don't get me wrong, we don't need it a lot of the time.
No.
But I would say the last 4 years,
It's got hotter summers.
there's always been a 30 or a couple of
Yeah.
30s in July.
Yeah. Maybe even going back farther than that.
I
because
think
Rich
so.
went to I can remember Rich going to France with Sav, and it was the week he went, it was in the 30s then.
Wow.
And that's got to have been before COVID.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
think this is the new, I don't like to admit it, but I think this is the new summer.
But if it is, that's fine. You know, like we're having our house renovated at the moment, and we had an electrician around the other day, and he drilled a hole, and then the cavity, you know, they do like a cavity wall, started coming out, and you're like, no wonder the houses are so hot.
Yeah.
Because the heat's got nowhere to go. They're not built for that type of heat, are they?
No.
This is a problem. So we basically need aircon to survive, don't we? Really?
We do need AC.
We
I
need
think
we
we've
need aircon,
established,
and
definitely.
I need it for my flowers as well. Let's face it.
I felt for you last week.
Yeah, that was horrific.
I think just trying to keep your flowers alive.
And there was nowhere to store them because of the sheer volume of it.
Yeah.
And they were just going in batches to the funeral director, and it was their problem.
It was
it was awful.
Fair play, you did well though. You did come through that. Things we wanted to talk about today, 2 topics that are really standing out at the moment, was number 1, perimenopause, or just symptoms in general, but also starting that early, because I think it's so ambiguous at the moment.
Yeah.
You're hearing like they say it's 35 and above. I've got friends that are in their late 30s and are like, I am sure, like, I know my body, that I am starting perimenopause. And they're going to the doctors to be like, no, you're far too young.
You're not.
And my gut's saying that, and this is what I want to talk about on this pod. And if anyone wants to kind of contact us and discuss it, because surely you can't be. Like,
No.
if people are generally saying, like, I'm having she's having the hot sweats, or she's having these symptoms, but she's never had before, but now she's having them as well.
Yeah. And also, you can't just test whether you're perimenopausal by taking a blood test. It's got to be tracked over a long period of time. So because your hormones fluctuate throughout your whole cycle,
Yeah.
you could have bloods took one day and then be low and then think, oh, you could be perimenopausal. And
Yeah.
then the next week they could be back to normal
Normal.
because of your,
Yeah.
is it luteal phase or
That's
something?
it. Yeah.
Whatever. So you cannot just say, oh, let's do a blood test. It's a bit of a myth because I have seen people say, oh, I'll go and have a blood test. And, my blood test showed that, I'm not. But you can't just diagnose it from one blood
No.
test. You can't do that because there's so much fluctuations in your
Yeah.
hormones.
So they go generally off symptom management
Yeah.
or symptom what you're
Yeah.
showing
Yeah.
over, like, say, 6 months. If you were to record a diary
Yeah.
and go, right, I've got night sweats and I've got headaches or da da da,
Yeah, and
and
say you'd always been regular or like a 28-day cycle or whatever,
yeah,
and then you started maybe missing the odd one, or it was longer or shorter or heavier
yeah,
or whatever, um, then that's sort of like a bit more of a sign that something else is
something
going
else
on.
is going on. Yeah,
But there's so many symptoms of the menopause. It's just
one of them is
crazy.
um itchy skin.
I've got
Like
that.
loads of people are saying, like
Oh,
there's
it
like
drives me nuts.
itching all
I've
over.
never ever had it before. It's not all over. It's like little patches. Like I'll get little dry skin patches,
Yeah,
and it'll be really itchy, like eczema. Never ever had it before. Um, and it's just little patches, and then it'll disappear. It's
oh.
really crazy. It's weird.
If
Um,
you don't mind me asking them, man, when did
mm,
you start perimenopause, or do you think you started your
well, they
perimenopause, or
normally. Oh, I'm definitely now,
yeah,
but they normally say it lasts at least 10 to 15 years, don't they?
they do say that, yeah,
So I don't know. I'd probably say. Probably the last 2 years I've really noticed it
yeah,
because I always used to be bang on 38 days.
yeah,
38 days, even though I had endometriosis and awful periods,
yeah.
I would almost be bang on.
So
Um,
you're not as regular as you once
so
were
yeah,
then.
I'm now on to 30 days, sorry, 3 months of not having one. I know, it's really
You
exciting.
excited? Are you
I'm
like thinking
so
this is
excited.
it now?
Oh, it's gonna change my life not having to have them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
amazing.
amazing.
Amazing. Let's hope I got another 30 years of life and then I'll be living the dream.
It is crazy
Yeah.
though when you think like we go from starting a period to having periods, and like obviously with us and our background, we've not even that's been really difficult for us. Then to start menopause
Yeah.
and think you have to have all this fluctuation again.
Mm. Yeah.
Like I genuinely wonder like what my menopause is going to be like, because I feel like I've already been in a menopause most of my life
Yeah.
in terms of, the excessive sweating,
Mm.
night sweats. I've already always had those things.
Do you get like really high? Yeah, you've told me you get really high and really low mood
Yes,
swings and
yeah, yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah. Not so much that since I've been on the right hormone, like the coil.
Yeah.
I feel like the last 5 years I'm a lot more stable than or maybe it's just because I'm older than. But
Yeah.
yeah, literally, I can remember being a lot younger, like with the PMDD when I first was diagnosed with that,
Mm.
and like the moods, it was hours. Like one minute I'd be up and I'd be happy and like could laugh, and then I'd felt like the plague had come over me
Mm.
and I could be so angry over nothing.
Yeah.
It's like a rage. Like
Yeah.
I could go to
It is.
war with that
It
rage,
is.
and that's the kind of yeah. I haven't felt that in many years, to be honest. But
Mm.
I can imagine like those sorts of mood swings.
It's crazy because I never really used to get like really bad moods before like my period.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing was a day before, I'd be almost like I was on something. I'd be ultra happy,
Oh.
excited. It's almost like I couldn't describe it. And then I'd say to myself, hang on a minute.
So it's
And
yeah.
then within at least 24 hours,
You'd have a
24 hours ish,
period.
I'd get my period.
It makes sense because
So
you almost get like a what's it, a hit of hormones, don't you? Like
yeah, it
before.
was crazy. Whereas a lot of people obviously get really down, don't they?
Yeah.
Like my friend gets so down, um, and she was like, I'm gonna, and she gets really down, plus really bad mood, like evil
Yeah.
mood.
It's like low, it's like proper low, like you don't want to be
Yeah,
here. It's not as if like, oh, I'm grumpy, I want a bit of chocolate. I think people need to understand,
it's awful.
like, it's like you don't want to be here
Yeah,
and you don't want to do anything, you don't want to talk to people.
yeah.
It's almost like a complete
Like you want to sort of shut yourself away. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
it
like
is.
under the duvet, you know.
Mm. Yeah, and the problem is, and you can't.
No.
90% of the time, you're a mum, you've got kids, you've got a
Yeah.
job, you've got your chores to do, probably a husband that you want to kill at the time, but um, it's a bit like hide the knives type,
Yeah,
when they
gosh,
say hide the
yeah.
knives, isn't it? But and it's easy for men to sort of laugh about it. Oh God, it's time of the month, or hormones are everywhere, but it's not funny. Because at the end of the day, even though men are meant to go through a bit of a sort of male
Yeah,
menopause, aren't
they
they?
do have their testosterone dropped over time, don't
It's
they?
nothing like what we have to go through, you know?
Yeah,
Absolutely nothing. So really, I think, if your other half has real sympathy,
I think you've got
then
to
you've got a
be with
blood and good un.
someone. I think you've got to be with someone that understands
Yeah.
moods.
The weird thing is, right, my other half, he will, if I had my period, or I said I've got really bad period pains, or, I've got a headache because I've got my period or whatever, he'd be more sympathetic than if I had something 10 times worth, like a
Oh,
UTI, or on
yeah, yeah.
antibiotics or whatever else,
That's
I
nice
might get.
though.
But if it was period related, he'd always be, oh, don't worry, like that. But then if I'd actually been into hospital and had an op and come out, it would be just like, oh,
Yeah,
what's for dinner?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you
That's
know what
nice.
I mean?
Get on with
I was like,
it. It's
are
nice
you
that
having a
you've
laugh?
got that understanding, though. I think it's so important for men to understand how women and I think this is why I'm so driven and like for this podcast and for our
Mm,
account, because
mm.
I've kind of sat back and thought, Jay, like you've done the last 20 years, like there's been so many like incidents where I could have had an intervention, or
Yep.
and I just think, do you know what, like you've not, it's not just me, but there's been no support for women with
No.
gynae, thinking, right, I was 14 when I was diagnosed with PMDD. That's a really high risk for a teenage girl.
Yeah.
That's a mood disorder
Yeah.
that, really, I really did struggle through
Mm.
all that, the rest of that sort of teenagers, particularly coming into an adult as well. Like, where was the support? Where was the like checking up on me? Where was the counselling?
Exactly.
Where
Yeah.
was like, why we're going to really monitor you? I was a child
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
14.
Exactly. And I mean, even though it is a little better at the moment, it is getting better
Yeah, I
slowly.
agree.
But at the same time, it's still a real low priority within the medical industry, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh gosh,
It's
yeah.
it's just like, well, if you've got a wound, get on with it. These
Mm,
things happen.
mm,
And it's like you say, what we actually go through is really bad.
yeah.
Really bad, and we do suffer in silence, especially when I was younger as well. Like, it would I obviously had endometriosis from day dot, didn't I, when I
Yeah.
started my periods? And I didn't actually know for probably 20 odd years later. Um, and then it wasn't, "Oh, we suspect you've got it." Like I said, it was under another gynae related op, they come across it. So
This is what they're saying. Their average is 6 years
mm,
for a diagnosis for women, but they've just think they found a blood test now,
I know, I saw that, which would be
which would
amazing, wouldn't
be
it? It
so
would be
good.
really good. Yeah,
Crazy.
it
And
would.
then we were going to talk about how you can't have HRT
Mm.
because,
I mean, I could. I mean, if
yeah,
I went to the GP and said, I'm really, really struggling, I want HRT, they probably would say, yeah, okay, and they prescribe it to me. But because it's my choice, because endometriosis thrives on estrogen, and when you're on
uh,
HRT, it boosts your estrogen.
yeah, because that's what you naturally lack, don't
That's
you?
what's dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you go through your perimenopause, menopause. So then it's potentially going to make your endometriosis worse, travel more, whatever. Um, so I don't want to fuel the fire, as it were.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can completely
Um,
understand that.
so obviously, some women probably do have to take it that
Yeah.
have got endo.
So if you were to take it, it could potentially grow endo again, like as in it could get worse
Well,
or
yeah, probably. It's just fuel in the fire.
yeah.
So yeah, it's my choice not to. Done like quite a lot of research on it.
Yeah.
Um, and then I just came to that conclusion. No, I'm not risking it.
Yeah, I
Do you know what I
no,
mean?
like especially when you're
I'm
just
not
like
risking it.
potentially
Yeah,
coming into the menopause now.
exactly that. And then obviously, once you get on HRT, you potentially can have, what is it, 12 weeks of bleeding or
Oh my
spotting or whatever,
goodness.
because yeah, it basically sends your
It
hormones
runs
nuts,
into
and
a
you
spiral,
yeah,
yeah.
and it can take ages to be able to find the right dosage for you and
Yeah.
amount of
Do you know what
progesterone.
I
And
often wonder? Excuse me. Is what did they used to do, like in the olden times?
it's
Like
exactly that. They just got
Victorian
on with it, didn't they?
times.
They got on with it.
Gosh, bless them.
That's the thing. They just got on with it.
Must have been so difficult.
And you can't tell me it's a modern thing. It must have existed.
Oh gosh, yeah, I reckon so.
Mm, yeah,
Definitely.
it must have existed.
But I
So,
think our biggest thing, like, and I hope, like, going down generations, like, live in my generation, is should never be a taboo. Like, I feel
no.
like the older generation, whereas you're a lady, you don't talk about
Yeah,
periods, you don't talk about
yeah,
pain, you
yeah,
look pretty, and you get on with life. And I
yeah.
think because we've had a generation of that, it's only now we're going, hang on, no, we're
Mm,
talking about periods, we're
mm,
normalizing this.
yeah,
Um, you know,
yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. We're not going to rattle on for too long. Like we said, we're going to try and keep it like 20 minutes
yeah,
a time, just a quick chat. Obviously, we're only just getting started. So if there's anything you think you'd like us to cover, we can go into endometriosis in more depth, or if you're whatever chronic illness you may be suffering with, or even like mental health
yeah,
or
yeah,
perimenopause, menopause, whatever it is. Um, Maybe sort of like get in touch or comment wherever this is going to be posted. I'm sure you can sort of like comment, and then we will sort of like work out what we're going to do next.
yeah. What topics you'd like us to discuss?
Yeah, what topics? That's a better way to put it. See, I go round the houses, and you literally just get straight to the point.
I don't normally go straight to the point. I'm not like blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah.
Funny. Like Jade will send me like a voice note, and it'll be literally like 40 seconds or something. I'll reply and it'll be like 4 minutes 30, just literally trying to say one thing. I'll be like, oh, I forgot to tell you. Oh, and while I got, because I have to get things out of my head. We said this before,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
while it's in my head, because if I don't, bit like Liv type situation,
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
Like she can.
or if I don't, not angry, just like I can't consume everything I'm thinking.
Yeah,
That's why I've got to have notes and everything else. If I
yeah.
can't speak to you or whatever
It's
it
got
is,
to go
it'll have to
somewhere.
go into my
Yeah,
notes or whatever, because I think if I forget that, that's a really
really
good
good
idea.
point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly
and you
that.
get frustrated then, don't you? Think, well, why didn't we
Yeah,
said we are going to do this?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Right, so now we went off on a tangent.
as per.
Till next time, thank you for listening or watching if you're on YouTube, and see you next time.
See you next time.